Yeah.
Oh, dang, she got me. Didn't know we were starting.
Oh my
I ain't
gosh.
see her hit the laugh.
Welcome to an unscripted, beautiful life.
Welcome back. I hope
Oh,
everybody is having a wonderful evening.
no singing. You missed your singing hook.
You ain't let me get to it yet. I ain't get there because I was just getting ready to tell them what we had for dinner, and I was gonna sing about that because that was pretty good.
Oh my
If y'all
gosh.
don't, if you like jerk, BJ's got this little box. I don't know if it's at the one in Bowie, y'all, but it's definitely at the one in Capitol Heights. It's a jerk shrimp. I ain't had to do nothing. Just had to put turn the stove on. Hardest part of the whole thing. Oh, making the rice. So if you don't know how to make rice, you can use noodles though. So
Oh
everybody
my
know
gosh.
everybody know noodles.
Oh, my little ponytail being exposed. Thank you.
So it's been a good day.
Oh, we got some new stuff going on here.
Just play around with it. Let's see. Let's see what happens. What's that? Ticker?
Oh, yeah. So tonight, welcome. We are now past the A Beautiful Encounter. It was an amazing experience. We may show the commercial that we have just to recap the event. But tonight we are talking about the other side of beautiful, right? Um, I think a lot of times when we think about walking in our beautiful journey, we always think of the good, right? We always want the roses and the butterflies and the bubbles and all of those other things, but not realizing that in our walk, in our journey to identifying and embracing and embodying beautiful, that sometimes we are going to have to encounter some dark moments.
And that's that work that you gotta put in.
That's where the work comes in. And that's the hard part. That's the stuff that when it's hitting, people are, I'm speaking my truth, right? Want to run from it because you don't want to feel in the darkness. You kind of want to think about, well, why do I feel this way? For me to share right after A Beautiful Encounter happened, it was like the high, right? The emotions, everything was running. Like it truly felt beautiful. But then after that, I hit a moment of darkness. Is I don't know if that's the right, just somber, like just it felt like something was wrong. I couldn't name it. I was questioning and doubting a lot of what I was feeling. And so I didn't know what was happening. Right. And that's the part that I think we don't acknowledge. We
No.
are quick to want to push past that, but realizing, again, speaking from my experience, that moment, that cloudy moment that I had was the time where I was supposed to disconnect from everything, from everyone, and get in front of God, get planted in Him, and really hear what He needed me to hear. And I think that's what that time was.
So again, we say we go back to that work. Uh, oh, listening to some podcasts here and there, listening to some shorts and things like that. Came across a guy said that he only knows one place where work success becomes before work, and that's the only place that is in the dictionary. That's the only place. So to get to success, because everybody's success looks different, and what you can't do is in no time to start trying to compare your success to somebody else's success, compare your work to somebody else's work, because everybody's walk, everybody's journey is different. So I think that's where we also start to fall out of our journey is when we start comparing our journey to somebody else's journey. We start comparing our work to somebody else's work. Well, I did all this work, but he did that work, but you don't really know the work that they did before you saw that, you know?
Yeah,
So
that comparison trap, because you're right. When you think about it, we only see the end result
that's it.
of their journey. We don't see the steps in the process that it took them through, right? We didn't see the dark moments. We didn't see all of that because we only got to see the end. So you're right about that. But yes, Mon Joyce, when you say about trust God's process, the dark is a part of it.
Yep.
I am learning that now, like truly, not even now, because I think I've known it, but to understand that even in darkness,
It's still
even in
beautiful.
this, they're still beautiful, and
Cause
just truly embracing that.
Because remember what I said, that we have to switch the narrative that's saying that it's the evil that's attacking us. It's not God attacking us. It's not anyone attacking us. He's preparing us. Remember, He's preparing us for that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna have it's a roller coaster ride. The thrill is when you get to that down, but you gotta go back up, right? You gotta go back up.
Yeah.
So, hey,
Hey,
It's
beautiful.
it's 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 just like you say, trusting God's process, and it's not evil that's attacking us. It's God preparing us for if evil ever was to come to us, we gonna be prepared for it.
I had shared this earlier in the elite group, which is the private membership group for the Beautiful Society. That our journey to beautiful, right? We're all trying to get to the beautiful piece, right? We're trying to say hello, my name is beautiful. Like that's the goal.
Mm-hmm.
And we hit a rough patch, right? Life is life and it's doing what it's doing. Family cutting up, the dog cutting up, like everybody cutting up. And we want to hurry up and get
Through that part.
get to the end. We
Yeah.
want to get to the beautiful.
Right. Let's get out. Let's get out of
But
here.
we have to understand, to get to the end, to get to the beautiful, you got to go through something. And it's in the going through that we get to experience God. It's in the going through that we get to hear these are the steps that we need to take to be able to get to the
To
end.
get there.
Right? It's we need to learn, oh, you can't get to the end right now, Trina, because you still holding on to some unforgiveness
Ooh.
or some self-judgment or some self-criticism, like all of the things that I don't want to deal with. But in order to get to hello, my name is beautiful at the end, I've gotta, hey, today I gotta forgive.
I just went through that with Nick.
Yeah, and that's the other thing is I think for us, what we're experiencing now through our son is that we have got to figure out, we have to learn how to navigate when there is gloom
When
in
it's a
our
turmoil.
household, right?
Yeah.
When it's like, hold
It's a
on, that little Tasmanian devil is brewing,
that's that
and it's
tornado.
that whole, like he's trying to sweep everybody in its path, and we're learning through our children that what's required to not only get us through it, but help him get through it
Right.
as well.
Right.
So, like, listen, when you was sitting, when you like today, when you was talking to him, I'm just like, God, whatever lesson we need to learn, can we learn it quickly? Because
I
this
mean,
right here. But I mean, I'm all seriousness. Like, I know that there's a lesson in the wind tunnel that we're in.
he's helping us though,
That's the part right there. It's like when we
because we
can
could. He's him helping us is helping him. You
when
know.
we can help our son. Like, so here's how I see it. Our journey to becoming beautiful as a couple, we had to get ourselves together,
Yep.
right?
And we still working
We're
on
still a
that
work
as
in
well.
process, yes. But once we can get our foundation strong enough, now, right, it's the kids.
Yeah.
We got to
So it's
help
now it's
them get
time to
strong
start
enough.
working
So
on
now
them.
it's time to start showing them, like, hey, like you had to learn the things of how to manage the anger, how
Hmm.
to manage, just the frustration and the pressures and things like that. Well, now you got to help the son do the same thing. So that's
Yeah.
where I see it's like we got to get to, let's talk about the other side of beautiful, the piece that nobody wants to talk about, because it's in talking about this, like, that y'all will truly get to understand that, listen, saying hello, my name is beautiful is not always going to be beautiful. Like, it's not going to feel good.
Yeah.
because God is going to be like,
He preparing you.
yeah, it's the
It's
preparation.
it's and like you say, when we are going through life, right? We're going through school. At the end, there's always a test, right? But what do? They prepare you for the test. All right, they prepare you for the test. Now, as the only time I ever felt like I wasn't prepared was when I went to SAT, and I went to SAT prep, and I still did not feel prepared. But that could be something that was in me. I didn't I didn't put forth that much into my preparation. So yes, I
Mhm.
wasn't ready for the test. So yes, it's gonna get ugly. It's gonna and I'm gonna use ugly because we've been using beautiful. It will get ugly. But at the end of the day, you gotta understand, what are you trying to get to? You're trying to get to that. Yes, I am beautiful. So you're gonna have ugly times. You're gonna have those tornado times. You're gonna have them times where you're not gonna want to get up and do absolutely anything. It's just preparing yourself, because when it does hit the fan, you're going to be ready.
Mhm.
You're going to be ready. So this is why I look at it as God is preparing us. He's giving us everything we need. So when that test does come, guess what?
We got
You
got
got
something to
it.
stand
You
on.
got it. You
Yeah.
got it.
So Cynthia said about the fives, and if
Yeah, I
y'all
read it.
don't know your life path, and this is where we were reading it last night, where
Uh-huh.
if you know your life path, our son is a five, and his whole not it's not a concept, whatever this thing is about freedom. And so anything that can tie him down, anything that can kind of be like, listen, you need to buckle down and do the work, that is, it drives him crazy and it's frustrating to him. And so we're learning how to maneuver this. So Alicia, if she catches this, when she does that whole family thing, we're gonna be the first ones to register because we need to know how to navigate this. But Tiff, the live was today though, honey. It wasn't last week. It was today.
You talking about what your stuff?
Yeah, when I went live today.
Hold on.
Preparing
Yeah.
is,
See?
yeah, it is
Yeah.
in the app.
And see,
Yes.
so if you could continue saying that, yes, because like I said, y'all, it's gonna be dark, it's gonna be gloomy, it's gonna be all those things. But if you can still see the beauty in that, you still have the right mindset.
That's why I think when God gave me the hello, my name is beautiful, it was the label, right? Because it was like you have to
Yes, yes,
reintroduce,
yep, yep,
you
yep.
have to reframe what beautiful looks like, what it feels like. And so it is like truly saying, okay, beautiful is me being able to smile, right? But beautiful is also me being able to smile even though I'm crying, right? Because I understand that in the tears, I find peace and calm because God is giving me the comfort, right? Being beautiful is being able to accept that I don't have to have it completely all together
Mm-mm,
to be able to make an impact, right?
mm-mm.
Being beautiful is being able to forgive, even though just 5 minutes ago you cursed me out from the floor to the bottom, like all of that.
I didn't do that.
I'm not saying.
I'm just letting them know. I know you didn't do it. I'm letting them know. I didn't do that. Years ago, maybe. I didn't do that. Yeah. But
But
I understand what you're saying, man. You know me, I
so
gotta bring the chuckles in
I
it.
understand. So when we think about the journey to beautiful, it literally is getting back to the core of who we are and understanding now that there's a whole lot of crap that we have to release before we can truly embrace and say, hello, my name is beautiful.
So now that's where it's gonna take. This where it might get a lot more uglier, and you might not want to, because there is that monkey still on your back, and it's nothing wrong with that. That's what we got to realize and
Yeah.
understand, that it's nothing wrong with having this monkey. It's the problem is when you keep trying to hide that monkey and not try to get it off and try to figure out, how can I get it off? Who can help me get this off? I can't do this on my own. So who gonna help me? You know, that's why I always say, keep them squares out your circle, because they got full range, they got full corners. A circle just go slide right in. All right. So if you keeping them squares out your circle, you don't have to never ever worry about, if I go to somebody, if they're gonna be there for me or not, because you know they're gonna be there. and when in your tough times. Um, like I just be honest. I told the kids, I said, man, I'll leave this house and I'll be homeless, and y'all can have the house because told them I'm just frustrated with fighting with y'all about little things. But again, that's God preparing us for. I don't know yet, but He's preparing us for whatever may come down that line when it comes to all three of the kids. But yeah, you gotta get the monkey off. And if someone is giving you that positive criticism, that negative criticism, don't take it personal. It can help you out in the long run.
Well, to speak to that though, I think sometimes we have to look at the criticism to really ask ourselves, is there truth in this?
That's what I'm saying. Don't
But
take it personal.
well, don't take it personal. But sometimes when somebody thinks that they're speaking a truth to us, really isn't a truth to us. That's just their perception on what they think we should do, blah blah blah. So that's when, like, when we go back to looking at the limiting beliefs, some of the things that like our past gave us were because of somebody else's fear, right? Like, you'll never be able to do that, right? They were scared for us, didn't think that we can do it, like stepping out on faith to build your business, right? They didn't think you could do it.
That's them
But
squares.
that's them squares.
That's them
And so it's like
squares.
when somebody says a comment to you, whether it's negative criticism, a limiting belief, you have to really sit down and ask yourself, what is the truth in this? Is that truth?
Right.
Right? Because if somebody say, listen, you need to forgive and let that situation go, that may be some truth, right? But if it's not truth, you then have to ask yourself this question: can I live with the fact of this will never change? Right? So if I'm am I okay with their idea or their perception of me in this moment?
True.
Or do I want to change because I understand and I know that there's something better on the other side of this?
Okay, that's that soul searching
It's the soul searching.
and
It's like, to get to the other side of beautiful, we really have to peel back every single layer
every layer.
and like get
Even if
naked,
hey,
right?
listen.
And that naked and unashamed, like Pastor Jeff's conference was
Yeah,
like,
yes,
just
yes.
really sitting back and saying, listen,
Dang, that's
today I do
crazy.
not have it all together, and I'm okay with that.
Hmm.
But here's what I'm going to do about that, and be prepared to do the work. Because I think that's what stops a lot of people too.
Yeah,
They're not really ready.
they want to be
It's
success,
like the
but
microwave society. We want
that's
it
it.
instantly. Like,
I
this
need
is
it
not
now.
Folgers in your cup. I
Right,
want it now.
I need it
No, this
now.
is not. To really get to the other side of the trial, the other side of the pain, again, you got to go through it, which means you got to really deal with everything that God is
That's
putting
coming.
in
Yeah.
your place
Hmm.
to be able to say, you know what, let me just knock this down. Now, and listen, here's the thing to remember too. You may try and step and you may try and work towards forgiveness. Something may happen, and now you got to start back from the beginning. That's okay.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Just keep moving.
That's it.
You give
Put that left
yourself
foot
the
in front of the right
grace,
foot
right?
every time.
Put yourself in the front, but give yourself the grace, because we're going to try it. We're going to stumble. We're going to
Hmm.
fall. We're going to do all of those things. Give yourself the grace, but still get up and keep going.
All right, so think of it like this: what you just said. We're gonna fall. We're gonna stumble. We would never learn how to walk if we would have just stopped after we failed the first
That's a
time when
good
we was
point.
kids. We would never learn how to tie a shoe if we stopped the first time and said, "Man, I can't do this."
Yep.
We would never learn how to ride a bike. I'm sorry for those that don't know how to ride a bike yet. Try it. It's so much fun. So, but the point that I'm making is that if we was to ever stop at anything, we would never be where we are right now. So don't stop. Don't stop. Yes, it's going to get dark. It's going to get ugly. But that's that preparation. That's the work. If you truly are working, if you truly are working, you're going to see those things. You're going to see people. You're going to lose some people that you thought was really, really for you. Because I kind of feel like I'm dealing with this in my own life right now. The way that I'm moving, a lot of people have seen me not in this type of role. They see me as the hothead, and now I'm in this role, so I'm losing some people, but I'm all right with that. I'm okay with
But
that.
you're also gaining.
I'm gaining more. There you
you're
go.
you're
See, there go that
gaining
positive.
you're
That's that
gaining the
positive. Pew
ones
pew.
that need to be in
Yes.
your moment. Like I saw a video and he was talking about friends and how, like, I can't remember, he was comparing them to a house, like it's one door, and like I can't remember how it goes, but it was like there's more windows than doors, and like there's going to be different y'all. I gotta find the video and I'll share it. But um
It is more
friendship,
windows in your house than there are doors.
there's
Never
more.
thought about that.
It is, but there's different seasons for different relationships, and so who you start out in your journey on day one may not be the same person on day 99 that's crossing that finish line with you to get you to day 100.
Hmm.
But that's part of the journey,
Yep. 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 Yep.
and that's understanding and embracing that. Like, because think about it, if you have always been surrounded by friends that
Yes,
wanted to
men.
have the pity party, yes men, and all of a sudden your light is becoming brighter, they're not going to be able to stand it, and so they are going to fall away.
You know what they're gonna put up? My umbrella to try to block that
They're
sun.
going to put it up. But what happens is God brings in people that be like, I got my glasses
Yep.
on. I can
I got
shine,
here go
like
the light.
shine, let's shine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Here goes
They're
some
gonna
more light for you.
shine brighter. So
Yeah.
just know, like, even though it may look like people are falling away, just shift perspective and understand now there's room for the right ones to come in.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm. They gotta make room.
they gotta make
Gotta
room.
make room. We got a little garden on the deck, and was just looking at, like, we have some tomatoes, peppers, and the craziest thing is that each plant has to be pruned differently. They have to be watered differently. They have to get the right amount of sunshine,
Yeah.
the right amount of darkness. People don't realize that plants also need darkness. If the sun was out all day long, we could not grow fruits. We could not grow anything because it will burn it up. So there's a reason why there's light in day. It's everything is all matrimony together. That's the right word.
Matrimony
Yeah,
together.
married together. Everything, everything. So, and as I grow, I get so much satisfaction. Oh, just go watering the. And Trina could tell you, I'm washing my hands, and on the kitchen we got a window, and I can see the zucchini plant. That junk looking like this. It's like, so I go outside and water it. Like, that don't need some water. So I pour water on it. But before I did that, I didn't do no preparation. I didn't do no work. So I sat down and I did some work. And as I was reading it, it said that if your plants are drooping, it doesn't always mean that it needs water. It just means that it's hot outside. So they droop down to kind of block the sun somewhat. Look, like that. But it
Like,
was
said,
like
stop. Don't
like
get
for
him
real.
started.
it was bad. So I run outside like that, and then now that I think about it, I'm sitting there reading it. I'm like, dang, I could have drowned the plant. I could have drowned it because I thought that it needed water at the time, but I didn't do that leg work to see how to help the plant. I just thought, oh, it's hot outside. Let me go water it. Now it's hot outside. The plant didn't need the water. Now it also said that if it doesn't bounce back when the sun goes down, then it needs water. As soon as I poured the water on it, so I might have needed water, y'all. As soon as I poured water on it, it was still light outside. It perked up. It perked up and it was ready. It had the little bounce to it. It was blowing in the wind. I said, okay, we good. we are good. We good. But I look at it every day. Trina texted me this morning. Jay, you water the plants? Nah, I didn't get to it, babe. Not this morning. And it's a process. It's a process. We don't have no water hose out there on the deck. It's running in and out the house with a couple different cups of water, and it's been dry. It's been dry. We ain't had no rain in a little while, so it's The tap water is not good for the plants, but you gotta water it, so you gotta have some type of water. And I was telling Trinity we're gonna get a water filtration system, like a black burl or something,
How did we get on the topic of plants?
cause it started talking about that beautiful. Where I thought my plant wasn't beautiful because it was drooping,
Oh, the
but
preparation piece.
it
We
was
gotta be
it was still
prepared.
beautiful in that plant. It was still beauty in that plant. I couldn't see it because I used to it being perked up and like, hey, I'm bouncing in the wind, and that joint was like this, y'all. If it felt sad, depressed. If a flower, I know they have feelings, but we
Stop.
just can't
Stop.
talk about it. But that's how I looked at it, and I was like, dang. But I also use this analogy with the kids, and I tell them, I say, look, our job as your parent is to teach you. As we got the plants on the deck, y'all seen us plant seeds. They seen me plant a watermelon seed, and then we got 3 watermelons out of it. I say, this is what I have to do with y'all as my kids, is to prepare you. I have to prep you. I want you to be able to grow through concrete. And the only way I can do that is by planting that seed and nurturing it, watering it when it needs to. If I have to turn it so that the plant gets the right sunlight, turn it. We got a butterfly garden that was looking good, and then next thing you know, we didn't do no preparation, so it's looking a little shabby right now. But we did some preparation, we turned it, moved it. I think by tomorrow we're gonna have some green again.
I hope so.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it's
Tiffany, homework is to start a garden. But if y'all seriously about starting a garden, go follow garden girls with Karen on Instagram, because she is teaching how to grow a garden. Like, even if you don't have the in grounds to do it, like you can do a raised garden bed and all
we
that
ain't
other
got
stuff.
no
So
in ground.
follow her. Yeah, we ain't got that, but we can, we go. But yeah. Oh my God, Tiffany, please don't start about that mustard seed.
but
That was an inside joke. Y'all had to be at the encounter pajama party to know what Tiffany talking about.
but it's it's crazy because we can go all the way off topic with this, but I'm kind of going to go off topic but stay on topic. God made everything with the seed for us to be able to plant and grow for ourselves. All right. I'm gonna say that again. God created everything that grows with the seed for us to be able to grow for ourselves. We can grow this ourselves and it be free. But United States is now considered a corporation, so it's a business. Everything is business. Everything is business. Even when it comes to medicine, we don't have to take these pharmaceutical medicines. Did they take pharmaceutical medicines a long time ago? No, they use what was on the earth already. Penicillin comes from fungus. Tiffany, you a nurse. Talk to these people. It comes from fungus. We can have our own penicillin if we knew what we was doing. But what happens is that we get away from that. Babes, focus,
I'm trying to look at you.
focus, because it circles back. It's gonna circle back. All right. It's going to circle back. Don't make me
Okay.
use my
I'm
train of
waiting for
thought.
the circle to
Don't make
come
me
back.
lose my train of thought.
Okay.
But so what I'm saying is that how the government is taking seeds out of plants. You go in there and they say seedless grapes, seedless watermelons. It's all designed. They're taking the seed out of us. They're taking the seeds out of us. They're taking our creativity from us. We have to get back to that. We have to get back to that. We have to get back to the creativity, working with our hands, doing these things, because that brings life. That's going to bring the beauty in it. I I never thought I'd be out there. I told Miss Lisa I don't have a green thumb. I possibly do because I grew 3 watermelons from a seed, y'all. From one seed, we had 3. I had 3 seeds. 2 of them ain't really go, but that's here nor there. One of them had 3 watermelons on it, and they grow, and we was able to eat it. Never would I thought I had a green thumb. So we got to stop allowing things to block our creativity.
I love that you shared that though, because it goes to the fact of how you overcame what you thought about a limiting belief was about you not having a green thumb. Like, if we just try,
We can do it.
how do you know you can't do it?
Because you told yourself you can't.
Right. Or somebody else
Or
told
somebody
us.
else told you.
But that's where it's like, that's where truly get back to beautiful is coming from, because it's
So I told you to circle back.
like Vicky, Dr. Vicky was told us at the beautiful counter, like if somebody says a thought, who told you that?
Like, where did that come
Right?
from?
Where did that come from? Alicia is saying to you, like, when you have that thoughts, like if a fear, like let's say if fear comes in and we instantly want it to go away, but she's like, well, ask her, how long is it staying?
Mm-hmm. Embrace it.
What message is it trying to tell me right now? Because I think a lot of times, and I'm big on this, I'm instantly no, I am ignoring override. Like, I don't want to deal with the emotions, right? Let me say this. I didn't want to deal with the emotions. But I understood, okay, if I didn't deal with it, then I became a walking time bomb. And it was just a matter of minutes where somebody in the house said something and now I'm blowing up and they looking at me like, well, what's wrong with mommy?
Yeah,
But
don't just
it's
do it for
in
yourself.
dealing with the emotion, naming it, asking what purpose are you serving right now? If it's fear, is it like a fear, like is it really valid?
Right.
Like, those are the questions that you have to sit down and ask yourself and ask God. Because majority of the time the feelings that we feel
Came from
don't
somebody
even
else.
serve a purpose, came from somebody
Yeah.
else,
So it's
but
not
aren't
really
meant
your
for us to
fear.
take on.
Right. Mm-hmm.
That was good.
Yeah. Told you to circle back around, baby. You might think I'm going down a rabbit hole, but it ain't never no snake in that rabbit hole. Never
You
know.
just take it's just we
You
just
know
gotta
that.
go on
You
a
know that.
long journey to get back to the point that you're
You
trying.
know that.
Listen, I get it. I get it. It don't
Because everybody's
frustrate me as
journey is
much.
different. Everybody's journey
But
is different.
sometimes you take us on like the whole scenic route, like the Sunday drive thing. Sometimes I'm just like,
Who
I just
who
need
in
to get
here
there quickly.
who in here remembers just getting in the car as a kid and just going on a Sunday drive and not going nowhere? Not going nowhere. I remember this. I remember doing it with Nick. Man, I'm gonna get in the car, drive this boy around. He gonna fall asleep and bring him back in the house. But but again, babe, that's everybody gets to their finish line differently. So I get the mine's totally different. Now, somebody like Tiff understands that, yeah, we gotta go the detour route. They got all the detour signs up, but we're not gonna follow that detour. We're going our own detour.
She
We
raising
going our
her
own
hand.
detour. That's what I say. She know. And Rick like, dang, this dude, bro. This Baba crazy, man. Yeah, I know it's happening, and he on treat us
Y'all
out
are
like,
so
yeah, yeah. I just wanted to come home and eat a sandwich, but you got
I be
something else that
looking
came
like,
with it.
babe, can you get to the point?
Yeah,
But listen, but this is where my growth came in, right? Because I understood. So I'm a life path 3, which deals with communication. And so I had to learn to be able to listen to others and hear others, which means that sometimes I do have to sit and hear all of the detour routes. You know how like Siri does, and be like, we found a faster route. And then you take it, and then you get down, well, we found a faster route. And then by the time it flips you around, you back on your original destination. That's what living with him is like. Like, he takes me through every single detail.
it's an adventure every
It's an
day.
adventure every day, but I understand this is where the communication comes in, right? I understand that his storytelling is part of his love language, right? And understanding that if I'm hearing him and I'm listening and I'm paying attention, then I'm gonna sit and listen to the story, no matter how my skin is like, just get to the point, just get to the point, just get to the point. But because he enjoys
See, she still got some work to
telling.
do. But she's still telling me to get to the point. She's just not saying it out loud and not using any emotions anymore. So we still got work
Listen,
to do.
I'm a work in process. I am a work in process. But
Yeah.
that's where the growth comes in, right? I had to peel back the layers and understood. Look, Trina, everybody, you're not going to come across everyone. Not everyone is going to get to the point. everyone, there's going to be an Andres, right, that wants to give you every single detail, then
Mm-hmm.
bring you back to the beginning and delivers the point. And I had to learn that. That's where the growth in me has to come from. Now, is there still that, like he said, I still got work to do because y'all know, just get to the point. But I understand that it is because now I'm being rebuked because God is probably like, you could have been getting to the point a whole long time ago in your life and all the other stuff, but because you wanted to take the scenic route and not learn what you needed, not the scenic route, but the quick route, you didn't learn what you needed to learn. So now I got to take you on an even longer ride. Thank you, God.
Hey,
There was a lesson in that.
hey, hey, hey. She said it, not me.
All right, God, I got the rebuke.
Yeah, but that's the beauty in it all. Y'all have to remember there is still beauty in negative situations because there's positive in it. There's still beauty in ugly situations.
Tip said that's why Rick is bold.
He be like, Tiff, come on, Tiff. but but that's the beauty in the opposite attracts though. Because like honestly, if you've met somebody that both of y'all trying to get to the point, how long would it last?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we already at the finish line. What else is there?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's that beauty in that opposite attract. Um, Never would I have thought that it would be that. I never thought that I would be. No, no, no. Let me say this. I know I needed someone that was opposite of me, so that way I could be all right. I knew this from the time that I touched down that I could not have somebody just as outgoing and at the time hot-headed as myself. Um, because it could have ended ugly for both, or I wouldn't be sitting here with my queen now. But yeah, that's the beauty in it all. It's one of the things that I thank God that I never at a time I walked away. And now let me not say walk away, but second guess. Um,
Oh, that's good. Second guessing. We do that a lot.
yeah, and the great thing about the good man, about the God, is that no matter how much you may second guess him, you may question some of the things that's going on in your life, he's still always gonna be there. It's always gonna be there. He's never turned his back.
I have written down life is messy and unpredictable. And
It
that's the
is.
part, is it's the unpredictable. Like we want to control the situation because we want it to turn out how, we wanted to turn, we have this vision or this idea of what a certain situation should look like, how it should end. And so we're trying to do everything. We're trying to fit the circle in the square or the
Yeah,
square into the circle, have your
it ain't
analogy
gonna do
go.
it. It ain't gonna
And
happen.
God is just like, if you just don't get out the way, right? And so that's when surrendering, like for me, I'm in a place of having to trust and a place of having to surrender control because when you're so used to, working a full-time job for somebody else and there's this steady paycheck coming in, it's easy to want to control how things, get spent in the household. But when the income fluctuates like it is now, I'm sitting here like, oh, what's happening? What's going on? And God is just like, you just got to trust me right now. So I'm like in complete surrender, not just financially, but emotionally and mentally, because it's like some of the things that happen in here, there's nothing I can do about it. I gotta wait on him. And if he don't move, it can't happen. And that's a big thing for me. Cause I'm like, I'm used to, well, if he can't do it right now, then I'm gonna go ahead and do it. But that ain't how it's supposed to work right now. Or it shouldn't have been that way, but that's how it was. But because listen, I'm trying to correct things and get back into alignment with things, I gotta surrender. And it's weird. It feels different. It's
It's okay.
hard. It's hard.
It's all right.
I know it's all right. It's gonna be, we'll get there. I'll get there. I'm getting there. It's just in the moment when I'm like, we ain't moving fast enough, God. What's happening? But
See, that's that detour route he gonna keep putting you
that's
on.
the
He
detour.
gonna keep putting you on that joint because you like, come on, all right, go ahead and make this left right here. I
Oh,
know,
you
I
are
know,
never going.
I know GPS said go straight, but I need you to go left right here.
This is it.
I need you to go
Listen.
left.
I done got whole deliver right here on this whole thing because I'm gonna have to listen to this because this was didn't realize it. But yes, you're right. It's the detour route. So listen, let me stay focused. I don't get no more detours.
Hey man, there's
It's
nothing wrong with detours though.
it's not because on the detours you get to learn beautiful things.
Hey, you
Um,
get to learn a lot more about yourself as
a
well.
lot more about yourself. A
Yeah,
lot more about
yeah.
yourself.
So again, man, if I'm telling, speaking for real, if your GPS say it changed directions on you, go the rate that he told you to go. Go that route.
Yeah. When
Because
God
when
say pivot, when God say back up or reverse or make this U-turn double back.
even if you think you might be driving off a cliff, trust me, he got you.
Right.
Trust me, he got
There's
you.
he gonna say there's going to be some things that he says to you that he's gonna ask of you, and it's gonna seem so crazy. And it's like, God, what you mean? I can't go there. And he like, this is what
I
I need
need you
you to
though.
do. And it's in the obedience that you get blessed because it's like if you just follow the path that he's telling you, every single door, everything is going to line up. Like we may have this goal and this vision for one thing, but what if God got something so bad, so much better
So
on the
much.
other side of that? But because we won't make the right, we want to continue going straight, we never get
You don't
there.
never get there. You ain't gonna get it. You only get one opportunity to once you pass that detour behind you now.
Yeah,
But it might be another one in front of you though.
but
So you gotta take that one.
that's the graceful thing about God is even if we do make the wrong turn,
Mm-hmm.
eventually we get back to where he needs us to go. It's just it may have taken a little bit
It's gonna take a little
longer
longer.
to get there.
Yeah.
So like the
And that's the
detours,
process though.
that's the process.
Since you didn't take this route, you're gonna get back on track, but I'm gonna make you go a whole different route with a couple more things that you just have to learn, that you're gonna have to learn to process
Hmm.
so that you can get back to that straight line that you was trying to get on. Um, so and like I said, this is I'm this off the top of the head. I have the time, y'all. This comes out, and I don't know what I'm talking about until I'm finished talking. But it's not me. It's God. This prepares me to say these things because it has helped us so much. And our disclaimer is that we're not therapists, we're not doctors. This is just something that we go through,
We just sharing our
that we just
story.
sharing our story to try to help someone else, try to encourage someone else to try it. Because if you don't, if you're not seeing beauty, if you're not seeing beautiful, then try something new. Because maybe that what you are doing right now is not working. So try something new.
I,
We've had to try stuff new.
right, but I also think if you're not seeing the beautiful, then you have to ask a question: are you really looking for it?
Oh,
Because beautiful is
ooh.
there. It's just that because of distractions, because of we wanting it to look a certain way, it's there and right in front of us. But because we want the big gold shiny thing and not necessarily realizing that God right now might just want you to have silver. However, I do know that my God is a God. He gonna give me the desires of my heart, but it's a matter of am I looking for the beautiful in my life that's right there in front
Front
of
of you.
me, or am I so focused on, but God, it don't look like the way I
That's it.
what I thought it was gonna
That's
be.
it. Or you go back to that comparison. You comparing yourself to
Comparing
somebody
to
else.
somebody else.
Now you got your pointer stick is so far in front of you, you can't even see.
Yeah. So that's why this is taking the journey to beautiful, getting back to beautiful, getting to the place of being able to embody, embrace beautiful. It's like you really have to reprogram your mindset and say, okay, like thinking about my company name, right? Unbreakable Memories, and think about like how the memories that we've picked up along the way, the limiting beliefs, the good memories, the inner critic that's come around, some of those things do need to be broken up and
Just put back in
transformed
pieces.
into new memories. It's like taking the puzzle pieces and saying, okay, this is supposed to fit here, but really it's supposed to be here, and saying, okay, how can I transform that negative piece that needs to be broken into this beautiful puzzle of my beautiful life, that now I can say, hello, my name is beautiful. Like I
Mm-hmm.
gotta tear it all up
Yeah. It's
before
gotta
I
be
can get to
gotta be put in the shredder.
putting a shredder. It's got the
It gotta be
things,
put in the shredder.
the negative thoughts, the the limiting beliefs, the fear, the unforgiveness, like all of that needs to be trashed,
Trash.
trash
Shredded.
shredded,
Yes.
but you can't, like, to take something away, you got to put something in its place. So that means you got to shift your perspective.
Mm-hmm.
And so instead of self-criticizing, you now give yourself words of affirmations to build you up.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of saying, well, I
I
hate
can't
this
do
person, or
this.
I can't do this.
But
Start saying, I love this, or God, show me what I need to learn from this moment, or God, show me how to forgive. Like, what is it if
you just
we,
hit me though, babe.
what?
Cause what was I on earlier? I was on my kickball thing earlier, and I said some things, and now you just hit me with it.
Okay.
You did, you did.
Okay.
Because of what try not to go there.
I understand.
But it definitely I can't get there because of the words that I was using. I can't see my beauty because of the feelings that I have for someone. I gotta let that go.
That's the, you got
Yeah.
anything that's blocking you, anything that's hindering from seeing beautiful, you've got to release, you've got to let go. But no, it's a journey to let go. It's a process to let go. Like, it's not just going to go away because you say, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, we can speak those things as they are, but it still requires work.
I do.
It still
Mm-hmm.
require, you writing, you journaling, you praying, like, God, help me take away what I'm feeling about so and so, or like, change the conversation. Maybe this is okay. If you don't like somebody, maybe it's like, let me sit down and really get to know somebody, to really understand, like, did my perception of them come from somebody else's thoughts of them, or was it because they mistreated me? And maybe I need to let them know, like, hey, when you said this to me, I didn't like it, and here's why,
Right.
or whatever. Because I think sometimes we may not like somebody because of something they may have said, but if you just had cleared up the situation at the moment it was said, then there could have been clarity
Mm-hmm.
about the situation.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
reprogramming the mindset. So listen, y'all, we have gone from a beautiful encounter, and now it's really time to dig deeper into the work. It's time to peel back the layers. And so I'm introducing Get Back to Beautiful. Or let me say this, reintroducing, because we tried this before, but God was like, you wasn't ready then, but we ready now, right? Get Back to Beautiful is 8 weeks, and it's a journey. It's not a class. It's a transformation period for you really to embody and embrace the beautiful, learn how to create self-care so that you can truly do some self-love. We're looking at what it means to release the self-doubt, what it means to heal and forgive, what it means to embrace being vulnerable, right? Because sometimes we think as women, oh, I can't be vulnerable, I got to be strong, I got to do all that.
Not as people.
Not as people, right?
No, as people, not just women. This is a
You're
people
right.
thing.
You're right.
Nobody wants to ever feel vulnerable,
Yeah,
but you have to peel back them layers.
It's in the vulnerable moments that we get to heal,
Mm-hmm.
and we get to learn that we're safe, and that the things that we've been trying to hide from or run from really aren't things that need any more power. So it is a journey to really embrace and embody beautiful. We start July 17th. Come on and join me. I know it's going to be amazing, just because I know it's going to be amazing. I'm claiming it, because at a beautiful encounter, I already know this is going to be amazing. You can register at getbacktobeautiful.com. And again, we start on July 17th. Come on and join the journey to define, rediscover what beautiful looks like to you, but more importantly, to let go of the things that have kept you or are keeping you from seeing beautiful. So we
Beautiful,
ready.
beautiful time.
Beautiful time. So um
You know how they used to say, it's Mr. Nasty Time. It's Mr. Beautiful
oh my
Time.
God, here you go again,
Man,
sir.
listen, I
Listen,
gotta put it out there. It's not that time. It's Mr. Beautiful Time.
listen,
It's
this is where it's time to go.
time.
We thank y'all for joining us on an unscripted beautiful life where we're talking about the other side of beautiful. No, it's not always going
Yo,
to be
bye.
easy. No, it's not going to always look like, balloons, butterflies, bubbles, and all that other stuff. But know that it's in the dark moments when you can truly say, even in this, there is still beautiful. So
Mhm.
come on and join me for the journey. Listen, mister, that's him, Tiff. That ain't me. Join me for the journey with Get Back to Beautiful. You can register or get more information at getbacktobeautiful.com. We'll see y'all next week.